This is evaluation 6. We've got 4 different piles of cards.
Yeah, and that's the first one's research and planning, and like this is all the technology that we use during like each process. So we've got the first pile is research and planning, and then we've got all the technology we used on the blog when blogging and choosing the blog post, and then during filming is the third one, and then post-production is the fourth one.
We're starting off with research and planning. This is the first one, which is iPad notes, and Sophie used this for a blog post and planning on what shots we needed to refilm. And like the iPad notes is already installed on the iPad, so you can just type it in as like a reminder of what you need to do.
Yeah, and also for our initial ideas, like when our very first ideas, we sometimes bullet pointed like what each like of the scenes were going to be, and then like something, and then because it's just easy to like delete them or like add stuff in like for when we were going to film. What's the next one? Next one is Netflix. We used Netflix to research like just thriller openings, so we'd watch. We'd go on the thriller genre on Netflix and then watch a couple of thrillers and see what their openings were in the title sequence, just to get like some influences and ideas of what we could do.
The next one is YouTube, and we use this quite a lot throughout, to be honest, but for the start we were looking at different like thriller openings of like actual thrillers that have been made by like proper film companies, and then like previous year 12s that have made thrillers for media.
The next one is Google, and we use this again to research like for planning. We researched like the order of the title sequences, like what's the common order, and again we just used it quite a lot for like what was the distribution company. We used Google for that. Just in general, we use it quite a lot, I'd say, in the planning process, yeah. Just for general like ideas and planning.
The last one in the research and planning is bubble.us. This is basically a mind mapping like website online where you can create mind maps for free. And yeah. It's just sort of organised our ideas and stuff. Mm-hmm. So
yeah, that's what we used for our very first idea. That's what website we used. So the next one is technology we use when blogging, and oh god, the first one is iPad notes again. We use these quite a lot, and we just screenshotted them. Like if we had ideas or like the order of shots, we just screenshot that and upload it to the blog as a post.
The next one is eTimetable. This is again another a free online sort of organising tool, as it were. So we'd sort of timetable when we were going to film and like our shooting diary and stuff. Mm-hmm. So.
Another one is just Blogger in general, and obviously that's like the website we used to put all the posts together, and we made our own background, to use, so it was kind of like representing what our thriller was about, like the creepy atmosphere, so we used like a creepy background. We used a professional font as well on Blogger, just to give it overall that like final look when we were doing our posts.
Next one is screenshots of social media and websites and apps. This was quite an easy thing to do, but also quite useful, because we set up accounts for our like production company on Twitter and Instagram, and we'd screenshot those when we updated them, and then certain websites we used or any apps we used for planning shots and stuff, we also screenshotted and put them on the blog to show what we were like using.
Yeah, and some websites wouldn't let you embed like the link into the blog, and so instead we'd just screenshot whatever work we've done on that website and then upload that to the blog instead. The next one is Mindamo, and that's another like bubble.us. That's another planning like website for mind maps and like spider diagrams, just for like the planning process, so like ideas and shots and stuff.
The next one is Zooburst. This was kind of, we didn't really know how we were going to use it, and Sophie was the one who used it, and basically it was like a pop-up book of our thriller, so what we were planning to do in it. So you could put like different images on there so it would sort of resemble what we wanted it to look like.
Yeah. The next one is Scribd, and that one we kind of used for presentations, really, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And
Like you upload PowerPoints onto it.
yeah, and then upload that. It's just an easier way to get it onto the blog.
The next one is YouTube. Again, this is quite a relevant kind of thing to use throughout because we needed to use it to put like our cuts, and like when we first did our prelim we had to upload that. So all the cuts with the music or without the music and the title sequence, and obviously the final cut we'll have to upload and then put onto the blog. So
yeah. The next one is, oh god, Powtoon. We used that one quite a lot as well. Again, for like presentation posts, just to make be more creative when we were uploading different ideas.
Media rich.
Media rich, yeah.
And the next one is Photoshop. This we've mainly used for our posters to edit our posters and put like different effects and text on them.
So. Prezi is one we used quite often, to be honest, because again that's another easy website to use to upload our ideas on, and like I think we did one about location on there and target audience.
It's quite a good website.
So yeah, we use that quite a lot.
Next one is PowerPoint. We use this for more of our bigger kind of
like posts and evaluations.
Because
well.
we had to write quite a lot of detail, so it's easy to do it on there because there's like quite a lot of room and it still looks good. So we just upload that onto Scribd and then it'll go on the blog.
Yeah. The next one is just pictures in general, either pictures from Google or again screenshots. That was mainly for ideas for music, like Hannah screenshotted some music ideas and turned that into a post. So pictures were quite helpful just to make it, like if it was just a text that we were writing out, it made it more media rich.
The second to last one is the Shot Designer app, and Sophie found this on the App Store, like on her iPad. And she planned all of our shots on it, and it looks really good because it's like got like little camera angles and like the actual setting, so it's quite easy to like follow.
When we were filming, because it was like at my house in the garden, I just like put it on the table when we needed to decide the next shot, and I put them in number order as well. So for each scene, I did that for each scene, so we knew what was coming next, and it just made filming like a lot quicker as well. So that was another blog post. And then the last one, again, quite simply, is just Microsoft Word, and that post was used for, again, like lots of writing ones, I think, wasn't it? Like when something needed more detail than just like, I don't know, a mind map. So yeah, that was quite useful as well.
The next category is what technology we use during filming, and there's only two of these. So the first one is an iPad camera for pictures and videos. So we filmed it on my iPhone, but I sent it to my iPad, and then Sophie used her iPad, and we edited like the posters on our iPad most of the time. And then if we took pictures of us whilst filming as like a shooting diary, we like took that on our iPads, obviously, because I was using my phone. So
yeah, and we also used my iPad for the vlogging when we did the vlog diary during filming, because obviously we were using Lizzie's phone for actual filming, and we were using my phone as a prop for Lizzie. And so we used the iPad for vlogging, and that was quite easy to use. And the last one is iPhone camera for pictures and videos again, and that was like our main piece of technology when filming, because it's easy to use, and the camera quality was good. So yeah, that's what we used it for, just filming in general. The last pile is for post-production. And this is the technology that we used during post-production. So Windows Movie Maker is the first one. And Hannah Bucks used this one to put the music over the top of our clip, as we let her decide the music, and she just put I think there's 2 different pieces of music that she used from YouTube, and then converted that into an MP3 and then put it on Movie Maker. And that's how we use that.
The next one was Splice. This was sort of the first app we got introduced to when we first started, filming, doing our prelim. It's a free app, and it's okay. We used it quite a lot before we downloaded the next one. but it sometimes lags out a bit. But for like the rough cuts, it was quite good, and you can still put like the text on it, so it's still able to edit on.
Yeah. And the last one is iMovie, and this is the one that Lizzie downloaded onto her iPad, and that was our main like editing software that we use post production, as it's quite easy to use, and there's lots of different like effects, like a fade in fade out effect you can put on it, and like transitions between each cut, and it's just easy to trim each clip down, because we were mainly using continuity editing, and so it was just really easy to use.
Yeah, and it's sort of worth the money because you have to pay for it, but it is really good, and we can use it next year as well.
Yeah.
So.